So what I want to do right now is I'm going to walk you through setting up a homework type of assignment. Again, this could be homework. It could be a quiz that you're giving them quiz questions and having them write the answers. I'm going to walk you through the setup process and the student submission process. So I'll choose homework problem set type. I'll click next. Every assignment needs a name, of course, so maybe I'll call this homework number 3. I need to upload a template. So the template would be either a blank copy of the quiz or exam or a list of questions. If this is just homework where they're going to answer some questions, it just has to be in PDF format. So I'll click on select PDF and I'll come over here and grab my template. Let me show you what this looks like. In this case, it is just a list of exercises from the textbook for them to do. So that's going to be my template. Going to add that. Most of these assignment types can be either instructor upload if you've collected it in class and scanned it in using a departmental scanner, or a student upload where they're going to submit their own work. If you set it for student upload, you'll have to set a release date and a due date. So the release date is the date they can start submitting. So I'll set that for yesterday. The due date, maybe I'll make this Tuesday. I can choose to allow late submissions, and if I choose to allow late submissions, I can then set sort of a cutoff date. So maybe it's due Tuesday, but they have until Wednesday. If they were to submit it on Wednesday, they would see that they submitted it late. You would see that they submitted it late. You can enforce a time limit. So the time limit was originally part of the online assignment type where they're taking the quiz fully online. But we had a lot of people saying, well, I'd kind of like to be able to give them the list of questions, but have them have a limited amount of time to write their answers and upload. So you could say, you've got 2 hours from the minute that you open this assignment and see the questions until you've finished writing and uploading. So you could do that. I'm not going to do it for this one, but you can. And again, this variable length idea is that, different students will write different amounts, and sometimes it's just a matter of handwriting size. Some people write tiny, some people write huge. So if you set it up for variable length, it allows the student to kind of do their own thing. You could set it up for templated if it was something where, you expect to see the answers at a fixed location. I'm going to enable group submissions so that I can kind of show you what it looks like when students work in groups. Essentially, one student submits the work and then identifies who they worked with from the class, and then everybody can see the feedback. And then this last option, template visibility, you want to check that box because that's what's going to let them see that template you just uploaded, so that they know what the questions are. If you don't check that box, you would have to share the template with them some other way, through the LMS, through email, through a link to a cloud document, some other way. All right, and then I'll click Create Assignment. And then as the instructor, I have one last step here, and that's to create an outline based off of the template. And the outline is what tells Gradescope what the questions are, how many points they're worth, and when you start grading, that's how, you're going to be defining what these questions are. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my template on the left side of the screen, create my outline, create all the questions. And I could do this, super lazy, call this question 1, 2, 3, or I can actually label it, very specifically, which is what I'll do here. I'll just, recreate what's in the template, chapter 1, exercise 3, chapter 1, exercise 7. You might notice that there's actually 2 sub-questions here. So if I want to actually create these as sub-questions for Gradescope, I can click on the plus, and this allows me to create sub-questions. So this will be 7A and 7B. And then I'll put my last question, chapter 2, exercise 5, and then I'll make sure to update it to show that each one is worth 10 points. And then I can save this outline. And then now this is ready for the students to start submitting because I set that release date to yesterday so that they can start submitting.